العلم أشراف مطلوب وطالبه لله أكرام من يمشي على قدمه. العلم نور مبين يستضيء به أهل السعادات والجهال في الظلم.
Establishing the death of the person, yeah. Establishing that the one that is inheriting is alive. Excellent. Checking the connection between the deceased and the one that is inheriting him. What are the asbab al-irth, the reasons for irth? Did anyone revise? Asbab al-irth, Muhammad. Al-nasab, that's one. Nikah. Al-wala. What is wala? Freeing a slave, and that slave having no one to inherit him. Tayyib, mawani'. What are the things that prevent a person from inheriting another? Jabir. Number one, riqun, qatlun, wa ikhtilaf ad-din. Riq meaning a slave. So a slave cannot inherit and he cannot be inherited. Al-qatl, intent killing the person that you're meant to inherit. And the third was ikhtilaf ad-din. What does that mean? Different. Naam. So a Muslim cannot inherit a non-Muslim. Tayyib. The last point, the two types of inheritance. The two types of inheritance, what are they? Two ways of inheriting, the two ways of getting wealth. A set number, and that is called what? Fard. And the fard is what has been mentioned in the Kitab of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, meaning there's a set amount, whether they get half of the wealth, a sixth, a fourth, a third, a figure has been mentioned. And the second? Not a portion, but remainder. Now, whatever is remaining is what the second type of inheritance. طيب. Today, أحسنتم. طيب. Today, or this week and next week, before going into the book, I want us to understand how people inherit and how much they inherit. Okay, or the fraction that they inherit, the portion they inherit. If you look in the book it throws you into the deep end immediately. So it goes into every individual, like the sisters and the daughters, and if there's a group of them, and if there's only male or only female, and so on, what they inherit. Right? I believe that you will find that difficult if you want to understand it like that. The easiest way, wallahu a'lam, is if we understand Ashab al-Furud. Okay? So the lesson today is going to be on Ashab al-Furud. Ashab al-Furud means those people who inherit a set amount in the Quran and the Sunnah. Okay? Ashab means people who inherit. Al-Furud, Ashab meaning those people that inherit. Furud is how they inherit, meaning the certain portion that they have, whether it's half, a quarter, or so on and so forth. Is that understood? Right. Now, here on this side, you can see the furud. These are what has been mentioned in the Quran. What Allah Jalla wa Ala mentioned in the Quran. طيب فإن كان كل نساء فوق اثنتين فلهن الثلثان مما ترك وإن كانت واحدة فلها النصف. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned these, and the sixth, or that six has been mentioned in the Sunnah and the Quran, obviously. What are these furud? These six things, these six portions? Half. Right. There are people that inherit half of the wealth, and we shall see who they are and their conditions. Then there are those that inherit rubu', 1/4. Right? We shall see their conditions, who they are and their conditions. There are those that inherit a third. We shall see who they are and the conditions. There are those that inherit a sudus, a sixth, and sixth is the one that has the most people that inherit via it. So a sudus, a sixth, we're going to look at who inherits a sudus and the conditions. And a thuluth, or thuluthan, 2/3, there's a group of people that inherit that, we shall see them and their conditions. And an eighth, we shall see their conditions as well, inshallah. I don't know if we're going to be able to go through all of them. Lakin, we're not, if not today, then inshallah next week. Is that understood? Any questions so far? Huh? Anyone that has it for fara'id, anyone that has a question there, and then just say it. The next mas'ala that I need you to understand first and foremost is there are three questions that we need to ask ourselves with regards to this. Who inherits? So if I say to you half, if I say half, you're going to ask yourselves who inherits half. Then you're going to say what they inherit, what they inherit. Right? And that is obviously, is this what, can you hear me? Right. So we need to know who inherits. Last week we studied who inherits, and it's in your mudhakkar, the notes that you've got. From the men and from the women. Sah? We already studied who inherits. So here you won't find, for example, al-jar, the neighbor, or you won't find anyone else other than those people that are meant to inherit. Okay. So who inherits? You should already know that now. Okay. As the lessons go on, we will memorize that, inshallah. What they inherit, and that's where this comes into it. They inherit a third, or they inherit a fourth, or they inherit a sixth. That's the second question. What do they inherit? Note, at the moment, we're not dealing with money. We're not saying 30,000 they inherit, or they inherit 60,000 or 70,000. That's not what we're dealing with. We're just dealing with fractions at the moment, portions. Why? Because when we're talking about money, someone can leave 1 million and someone can leave 100,000. So there's no point. It's impossible to discuss how much a person is going to inherit cash-wise. Like, if we talk about fractions, fractions can be applied everywhere, whether a person leaves 1 million or 2 million or 1 trillion. Right. The third question is why? And this is extremely important as well. Why do they inherit what we've said they're going to inherit? Okay. And these are the conditions that apply to it. Okay. These are the conditions. This is where you learn the conditions, and the reason why this person inherits. For example, I'll give you an example. The zawj, the husband, that we're going to start with, sometimes he gets half of the wealth of his wife. Sometimes he gets a fourth. Wait, how do we know when he gets half and when he gets a fourth? That's where this question comes into it. Why? So we say he inherits half when this happens, and he inherits a fourth or a rubu' when this happens. Is that understood? How many questions are we going to ask ourselves? Who inherits? What do they inherit? And why do they inherit? Is that understood? From now onwards, you're going to see this table often. Okay? You're going to see this table. And I did show you a few tables like this last week. Here we have the people that are going to inherit. Okay? So sometimes maybe we'll find a zawj and a jad. Maybe a person passes away and she leaves behind the husband and a grandfather. That's it. So then it's just going to be these two. At times, the person's going to leave behind a husband, a grandfather, and a mother. Okay? These names, they change. Okay? These individuals, they change, depending on who the person leaves behind. Is that understood? Excellent. The next masala I want you to understand is, when we say zawj, what does zawj mean? Husband. When we say jad, it means what? The grandfather. Means what? The mother. Ukht, shaqiqa mathalan, the full sister, that's your sister. That's the sister. Ibn, son. Bint, daughter. Daughter of who? And husband of who? And grandmother of who? The deceased. Don't get confused. A lot of times, a person or students, they get confused on this side saying, how can they be husband and jad at the same time, or ukht at the same time? So any relationship that you see here is connected to the deceased. So this is the husband of the deceased. This is the grandfather of the deceased. This is the mother of the person that's passed away, and so on and so forth. Okay? طيب. Now, we need to start the first fard. The first fard is half. So we need to bring this here. Who inherits half of the wealth? Right. On your notes, who inherits? How many people have you got on there? Huh? You've got 5, sir. Right. Out of those 5, we're going to study the conditions that each one inherits. Go to the bottom one out of those 5. The husband, sir. Right. Now we're going to study the inheritance of the husband. So a woman passes away and she leaves behind a husband. Whoever else she leaves behind at the moment doesn't concern us. She could leave behind 1,000 brothers and 1,000 fathers and 1,000 mothers. It's none of our business. That's why along it, next to all the other people, I'm going to write I. That I stands for ignore. Is that understood? Right. On the Zoj, what condition have we got next to it? So half, we want to find out when and why the Zoj. What does it say he inherits? One condition. What is that one condition? No child. Adamu al-far'i al-warith. One condition. With the husband, there's one condition that has to be met for him to inherit half of his wife's wealth. And what is that one condition? There should not be a child. There should not be a child of lizawja. Lizawja. There should not be a child of the wife. Mathalan, the one that is deceased, let's call him now Ali. طيب? His name is Ali. His wife who's passed away, call her Fulana. That's her name. The condition is that Fulana doesn't leave behind no descendants, no children. Whether they're from Ali, the husband, or whether they're from a previous marriage. So it is not conditioned that they have to be Ali's children. Is that understood? So if a wife passes away and she leaves behind a husband, but she doesn't leave behind any children. She doesn't have any children, whether it's from Ali, her husband, current husband, or whether it's from a previous husband. She inherits what? Half. The husband. How much does he inherit? Half. With what condition? Excellent. Who inherits? We said husband. What do they inherit? Half. Why do they inherit half? Or why does he inherit half? No children. طيب. Like the muwarith is the one that's passed away, the fulana here. The wife. عدم الفرع الوارث للزوجة. So the zawja, his wife, should not have a child. If there is a child, it's different. He doesn't inherit half. Is that understood? Right now, Ikhwani, we're building the house, but we're trying to start from the bottom, and we're going to get to why or when he inherits a rub' or whatever. So that question, that's a good question. It's a child of the wife. Is that understood? طيب. طيب. A woman passes away. She leaves behind a husband, a mother, and a sister. Is that understood? I want someone to put their hand up that's going to answer this. طيب, Muhammad. What does the husband take now? Half. Why? Exactly. So when I ask you, say a nisf. She inherits a nisf. لماذا why? Oh, he inherits it. لماذا why? عدم الفرع الوارث. So we give him, it should be the other way. We give him half. What about the ukht and the ukht? What should we do about them? What should we do about the the mother and the ukht? Ignore. None of our business at the moment. None of our business. If you want to understand right, take it slowly. Understand each person and what he takes. Anyone else that we haven't talked about, khalas, we ignore. And we don't need to know how much they are or what they get now, because we're not dividing anything. We're just trying to establish the foundations. So here, the husband gets how much? Half. What does the get and the ukht? Ignore. It doesn't, it's none of our business. At the moment, it's none of our business. So that's the first person that inherits half of the wealth. Who's the second person? Let's start from the top this time. Al-Bint. Al-Bint. صح? طيب. What conditions are there? Okay. No, Adam al-Mu'assib they call it, no brother. So the Mu'assib, actually don't worry about Mu'assib, just say no brother. For his children, are they half daughter or half? No. So that half is only with regards to brothers and sisters and siblings. Leave that out. Right. The first condition for a woman, for a daughter to inherit. What do I mean by daughter? مثلا, Ali passes away. He leaves behind Fulana. That's her name, Fulana. He leaves behind Fulana only. Leaves behind one daughter. She doesn't have a brother. Adam al-Akh or Adam al-Ma'asir. She does not have a brother. So in order for the daughter of the deceased to inherit half of the wealth of her father or mother, there cannot be a brother that is alongside her. And the reason is because if there is a brother, they share the wealth. They share the wealth. So there has to be no brother in order for her to inherit half. She can't have a brother. So مثلا Fulana here, does she have a brother? لا. Because she doesn't have a brother, she gets half of the wealth. Is that understood? The second condition is she can't have a musharik, a sister. There can't be another sister. There can't be another sister. So مثلا Salma. If we find that Ali passes away and he leaves behind Fulana and Salma, then Salma won't get, or Fulana won't get half here. Why? Because there's a sister here now. Is that understood? There's a sister here. So in order for her to inherit half of the wealth of her father or mother, she needs to be alone. She can't have any male siblings or any female siblings. Is that understood? حلو. طيب. I want you, who's going to answer this? Sisters, who's going to answer this? Zainab. طيب. What does the bint get here? Half. Okay. Why does she get half? There's no other siblings, but let's divide it into two conditions because these two conditions matter. Say there's Adam al-Mu'assib, al-Mu'assib, Mu'assib, and Adam al-Musharik. Learn it like that. There is no male sibling and there's no female sibling. The Arabic term would be Adam al-Mu'assib, that is the brother. No brother. She doesn't have a brother there. Right? Adam al-Musharik, i.e., no sister. What does the sister of the deceased inherit here? Nisf? Ignore. None of our business at the moment. Right. Who's going to answer this next one? Someone put your hand up. Right. No. Someone else. Umar. Right. I'm only going to test you on what we've studied so far, not what's to come. A woman dies, she leaves behind a husband, she leaves behind a husband and a daughter. Her husband, her husband, she leaves behind the husband and a daughter. What does she inherit here, Ahmad? The bint, she gets nisf. Why does she get nisf? Excellent. Adam al-Mu'assib, there's no brother. Adam al-Musharik, there's no sister of hers. No brother of hers and no sister of hers. What about the Zawj? Ignore. Umar and Hakim, sah? Umar and Hakim got the answer correctly. Ignore. Why are we ignoring it? Umar, why did you say ignore? Exactly. The Zawj, we haven't studied when there's a child there. None of our business at the moment. Okay? The only thing with regard to the Zawj that we've studied is when he gets half. And when does he get half? When there are no children. Here there's clearly a child, sir. So he doesn't get half. The next question, why? What does he get? That's none of our business at the moment. Like, how many people have we studied so far? 2. The husband. When does he get half? Huh? Adam Mufar' al-Warith. If there's no child of the person that has passed away. طيب. That is when he gets half. Who's the second person that we studied? Huh? Daughter. When does the daughter get half? Adam al-Mu'assib, if there's no Mu'assib, if there's no brother of hers, طيب. And what was the second condition? Adam al-Musharik, and there's no sister of hers. Why do we have to say no brother? Because there's a reason we're going to learn later on. Adam al-Musharik, why are we talking about her not having a sister? Why can't we just say no siblings? It makes a difference. There's a difference between saying no brother, no sister, and no siblings. All three are different. طيب. So far, sorry. The Zawj, the husband. How many conditions were there? 1. Bint. How many conditions? 2. Excellent. Who's the third person on your list? Huh? Okay, excellent. Bintul Ibn is the daughter of the son of the person that's passed away. مثلا, here we have Yusuf. Yusuf has passed away. طيب. We have, give me a name. Ahmed. طيب. We have Ahmed. And we have a girl's name. Give me a girl's name. Fatima. This is who we're trying to get to now. Bintul Ibn, obviously her father's not here. Her father Ahmed has passed away. He passed away 20 years ago. Right? Here we have Yusuf, the grandfather of Fatima. Right? Yusuf passes away. He passes away 2022. Yusuf leaves behind what is called Bint al-Ibn. She is a bint. She's a daughter, sah? But a daughter of who? Bintul Ibn. She is the daughter of the son of Ahmed. She's his granddaughter. I don't know in English if they separate between the paternal and the maternal. Lakin in Arabic it's called the Hafida, the direct descendant of the grandfather through the male line. So this is who we're referring to. Lakin now there's a third condition. What do you think that third condition is going to be? Who can give me a wild guess? from the sisters? Huh? No father? لا. you're right. No father, نعم. لكن عدم الفرع الوارث. لا. عدم الفرع الوارث أعلى منها. أعلى منها. There can't be a direct descendant of the deceased. There can't be a direct descendant of the deceased. Right. Who did we say? Yusuf, صح? Yusuf leaves behind a child called Shafi'i. Is that understood? Yusuf leaves behind a son called Shafi'i. Shafi'i leaves behind or has a daughter called Shafi'iyah. He has a daughter called Shafi'iyah. Is that understood? Right. Well, we're trying to understand this third condition, okay? We're trying to understand this third condition. So for Shafi'iyah to inherit, there can't be a sister of hers or a brother of hers. Adam al-Ma'asm, Adam al-Sharik. Like we've already understood that condition. That's in the bag already. The third condition is Adam al-Far' al-Warithi a'la minha. There can't be a person who is higher than her, who is a direct descendant of the deceased. So here we have Yusuf passed away at 9 a.m. What's the day? Saturday, sir? He passed away at 9 a.m. Shafi'i is alive. His son, the son of Yusuf, Shafi'i, who is the father of Shafi'iyah, is alive. Who's alive? Shafi'i. And his daughter is also what? Alive. Right. Shafi'i is called a warith, or he's the son of Yusuf. Is that understood? So as long as Shafi'i is alive, meaning the son of the deceased, his son, then the daughter of Shafi'i doesn't inherit him. The daughter of Shafi'i doesn't inherit her grandfather. Her grandfather passed away when? 9 a.m. So, right. Today, 9 a.m. Shafi'i, who's her father, is alive. Shafi'i is the one that is going to inherit his father. It's nothing to do with his daughter. Is that understood? So that is the meaning. There can't be someone who is higher than her who inherits. The direct descendant. Who's closer to the deceased? Shafi'i is his son. And this girl, Shafi'iyah, she's his what? Granddaughter. Who's closer? The son is closer. So there can't be someone that is higher than her. Is that understood? Okay. Let's look at another example. Have you understood who's higher? Higher and lower, right? Right. Yusuf passes away. He leaves behind Shafi'i. Shafi'i leaves behind Ahmed. And then we have Shafi'iyah, that girl who Abdullah named. طيب. Yusuf passes away at 9 a.m. Shafi'i passes away at 6 p.m. صح? Both gone, صح? طيب. Ahmed is the son of who? Shafi'i. Shafi'iyah, now, does she inherit Shafi'i, her grandfather? Why not? So Ahmed's there. So what if Ahmed's there? He's a direct descendant. هو أعلى منها, he's higher than her. Meaning he's closer to her than the person that's passed. He's closer to her. He's closer to the person that's passed away than her. Is that understood? Like, imagine there was no Ahmed. Imagine there was no Ahmed. She's going to inherit what? She's going to inherit half. She's going to inherit half. Is that understood? Fine. So that is the condition. What are the three conditions for a daughter or granddaughter to inherit? Adam al-Mu'assib. Adam al-Mu'assib meaning no brother. Adam al-Musharik meaning no sister. And Adam Adam al-Far'i ta'ala. طيب. Who's going to answer this next question? Adam. Was you here from the beginning? Okay, so you'll understand. طيب. Adam, I want you to solve this mas'ala. What does the husband get here? Not half, you're right. It's like scratching your ear and going like that. طيب. That's a good point. Not half. طيب. What is the word, a letter that we said? I ignore. None of our business what he gets now. The bint, what does she get? Why does she get half? Excellent. There's no mu'assib, there's no brother of hers, and there's no musharik. Who is the musharika? Her sister. There are no sisters. So she gets how much? Is that correct? She gets how much? Nisf, half. Bintul Ibn now, what does she get? Why I? Excellent, excellent, fantastic. Sorry about that. I. Why have we ignored the Zoj here? Because we haven't studied what he gets when there's a child. We've only studied what he gets when there isn't a child. Bint, why have we given her half here? Because the conditions are met, simple. There's no siblings, no male or female siblings. طيب. Bintul Ibn, why have we said that ignore here? Although we studied the Bintul Ibn, did we not study and I spent ages explaining it? Why not? Excellent. This daughter here now, she pushes her down. She says, you're not going to take half. Since I'm here, you're not going to take half. But what does she... Is it not through the son? What do you mean? Daughter of the son. Right. How do you know this is not the daughter of the son? Or furthermore, what brought son into it? This is the daughter of the descendant, the person that's passed away. So you're right. What you guys are doing now is connecting the relationship between the people that are left behind. Don't worry about the relationship between the bint and the bintul ibn. Don't worry about their relationship to one another. Obviously, she's going to be her auntie. She's her niece. Don't look at that. Look at the connection between the deceased, the person that's passed away, and the person who we've written here. Go, ask it again then, if you haven't. Why is it what? There's no ibn, sir.
The son is passed away already.
Yes, bint al-ibn. The reason why I said bint al-ibn is because when you're looking at the line, what the daughter inherits, or the children of the daughter don't inherit. The children of the daughter do not inherit. The daughter inherits. Okay, like here we have. Give me a name. Give me a name. Any name. A male name. Ali. What's so funny? Ali. Ali leaves behind a daughter. Give me a girl's name. Bint. Let's call her Bint. Ali leaves behind a girl called Bint. Right? نعم بنت الابن. So Ali also leaves behind a son called مثلا Yusuf. Yusuf has a daughter called Aliyah. طيب. Literally here, this is this girl here. She's the bint. And this is this girl here. She's the bint al-ibn.
Oh, so it doesn't have to be necessarily her father, it can be an auntie or uncle.
Who? Doesn't who need to
So
be?
the bint
Bint
ibn,
al-ibn.
her auntie's cousin.
صحيح أحسنت أحسنت.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be her parent.
Her parent can't be present anyway. For her to be bint al-ibn, if her father was present, she wouldn't inherit anyway. So the whole reason, because she's a granddaughter now.
No, where it's written, her father's not present.
What here? Her father's not present here.
That's where my confusion is.
Why is Yusuf?
لا لا bint. لا لا leave Yusuf. This person here, this bint, that can be her father. This husband can be her father. But we're not talking about the relationship between the people that are still alive. We're looking at the relationship between the person that has passed away and the people that are still alive. طيب. What ibn? Yusuf. طيب. Yusuf is not here. شوف.
Did you know where you got Zod and that?
Okay, leave Zoj here for now. Zoj doesn't concern us at the moment. We need to establish the relationship between these two women. صح? The bint and the bint al-ibn. Bint. Let's go back to the conditions. What conditions are there for a girl to inherit, a daughter to inherit her father or her mother? There are two conditions. Two, sah? Two conditions. There can't be a male sibling and there can't be a female, a sister of hers. طيب. So here, he passes away. Ali has passed away. Ignore this line for now. Ignore this line. He leaves behind one daughter. No one else. He just leaves behind one daughter. What does this one daughter get? Half. Why does she get half? There's no mushayrik. She doesn't have a brother or a sister. So she gets half. Sah? That's why we said here that she gets half. Okay. Bintul Ibn, the daughter of the son, when does she come into it? She comes into it whereby, let's say this girl here, Bint, she had a brother called Yusuf. She had a brother called Yusuf. Like Yusuf's no longer here. Yusuf passed away. Because one of the reasons for her to even inherit is that there's no brother of hers. Sah? طيب. So now her brother's passed away. This girl, let's call her Fatima. Fatima, her brother was Yusuf. He passed away already. Is that understood? So because there's no sister of hers on her line, on her level, and there's no son or no brother of hers on her line, she gets half. Is that understood why she gets half? Where does Aliyah come into it, or the bint? Bint al-ibn. Let's say Yusuf left behind a daughter. Before he died, he got married, he had a daughter. Her name was Aliyah. Aliyah is still alive. Is understood? Aliyah is bint, the daughter of al-ibn, the daughter of the son. Don't forget the deceased is Ali, her grandfather's passed away. So her father's not here. Her father passed away years ago. Although she has an auntie, Fatima, but that's one auntie. She has no siblings and she has no siblings. So she gets half. Ali passes away, his daughter gets half. You've understood why? Two conditions. Do we say to the daughter of the granddaughter of the deceased, of Yusuf, do we say you don't get nothing? No. She is still entitled to something. Is that understood? She is still entitled to something. She is literally the granddaughter of Ali, but through her male father, through her father. So Aliyah, she's still entitled to something. Although her auntie is going to get the majority of the wealth, Aliyah is still entitled to something. Right. Like in here, why have we said ignore? In this situation, let's say Ali passes away. He leaves behind Fatima and Aliyah. What does Fatima get? Half. Why? She's the only daughter. Excellent. Take Fatima away. Fatima passes away. What does Aliyah get? Half. Why does she get half? Huh? She's bintul ibn. So now she has met the conditions to inherit half. Is that understood? As for what she inherits with Fatima, that's something else. That's why I said ignore. Right. Am, an uncle, a zawj, and bintul ibn. Right. Ahmed passes away. Ahmed is the one that's passed away. What's your kunya? Salim, I want you to answer this. Ahmed has passed away. He leaves behind a mother. He leaves behind an uncle. Afwan, that can't obviously be a Zawja. He leaves behind a wife. And he leaves behind bintul ibn. He leaves behind a granddaughter. Right? He leaves behind a granddaughter. What does the mother get here? What does the mother get here? Ignore. What does the his uncle, get? Ignore. What does his wife get? Ignore. None of our business. What does Bint al-Ibn get? The daughter of his son, what does she get? Nisf. Why does she get nisf? What are the three conditions? Adam al-Mu'assib, there is no brother of hers. Adam al-Musharik, there is no other sister. And Adam al-Far' al-Warith. صح? طيب. Adam Far' al-Warith. There's no there's no person that directly inherits from the deceased. There's no direct children of the deceased. So you've understood that. Right. Don't look at the relationship between the people that are here. If you do, then you're going to get confused. Look at the relationship between the deceased and this person. The deceased and this person. The people that are here, their relationship with that. Go on.
Just to clarify, so when we're talking about the direct descendants, it can include, say, her parents and aunties.
Naam, it can include her uncles, aunties, and uncles because they are a direct descendant. Sure. What was the condition? In English? What is written? In Arabic, it's called Adamu Far' al-Warith. A'la minha. There is no person that directly inherits who's higher than her. What does it say in the English one? No direct inheritor of the deceased, meaning someone who's higher than her. That higher than her, that person could be her father, her uncle, or her auntie. They're still higher than her. Is that understood? طيب. How many people have we got now? 3. We've got 3 now. Bint al-Ibn. And how many conditions does the Bint al-Ibn inherit? 3. 3 conditions. Who's next? In all fairness, that Bint al-Ibn, it is confusing. In all fairness, it is confusing because of Far' al-Warith. طيب, the rest are easy. Who's the 5th one? Ukht shaqiqa, صح? أخت شقيقة. طيب أخت شقيقة, there are 4 conditions. First and foremost, who is the أخت شقيقة? Full sister of the person. طيب, let's say we've got Ahmed here and we've got Hind here. Their father passes away, his name is Fulan. Ahmed and Hind are brother and sister from the same mother, the same father. You with me so far? Ahmed passes away. What is the connection between Ahmed and Hind? Full brother. She's his full sister. Right? And the sheen stands for shaqiqa. Is that understood? Right. How many conditions are there? Huh? 4. Right. Those 4 conditions, some of them are already mentioned for the bint. Who's going to read it out? Adam al-Mu'assib, Adam al-Musharik. In reality, it should be Adam al-Musharika. Musharika meaning a woman that's not going to assist her. Musharika, not Musharik only. Although it's the same. Adam al-Musharik, Adam al-Mu'assib. So the first of the 4 conditions, Adam al-Mu'assib. There can't be another brother of hers. Here, we said their father passed away, whose name is Ali. He leaves behind 2 children. Right, so forget about Ali's not our concern here. It's Ahmed that's passed away. But he has a sister called what? Hind. Adam al-Mu'assib means there is no other male brother. There's no other brother of Ahmed's and hers. Okay? Mathalan, there can't be someone called Sa'id. There can't be someone called Sa'id. There can't be another male person who she is brothers with and who Ahmed is a brother with. So she has to be on her own. Is that understood? So her and Ahmed don't have another brother. Is that understood? طيب. That's the first condition. The second condition for the Ukht Shaqiqa to inherit half is what? Adam Musharika. I.e., there can't be another sister of hers. There can't be what? Another sister of hers. Because if there's another sister of hers, it takes another hukum. If there's another brother of hers and there's 2 of them left, that takes another hukum. Basically, she has to be alone. Is that understood? In reality, these 2 conditions, you can just get along by saying alone. She has to be alone. So her brother dies, and the only sibling that he had was her. Or the only sibling that he had alive at that time was her. Hind. What is the first condition? Adam Mu'assib and Adam Musharik. There is no sister of hers and no brother of hers. The only brother she had was Ahmed and he passed away. Is that understood? Right. The third condition is what? Adam Far'a Warith. طيب. Ahmed and Hind. What is the relationship between Ahmed and Hind? Huh? Siblings, full brother and sister. This condition is Ahmed cannot leave behind a child. Whether it's male or female. If Ahmed leaves behind any children, then she doesn't get what? She doesn't get half. It doesn't mean she doesn't inherit. It means what? She just doesn't get half. Is that understood? Right. So let's say Ahmed passes away and they have no siblings and he has no children. So far, what does she get? Half. Why does she get half so far? Adam Mu'assib, there's no brother of hers. Adam al-Musharika, no sister of hers. Adam Far'i al-Warith, there's no child of the person that's passed away, meaning her brother Ahmed did not leave behind any children. Are you with me so far? Like, the last one is what?